Hey folks, it's an even more lo-fi down and dirty video than usual this week. Running late, very busy schedule. We do this for free. We do this for 5 people that might have a look or a listen. So apologies to the 5. I'm going to be optimistic and say 5 people that might have noticed there was nothing on the weekend. But I did get to spend some time at the weekend finally watching Squid Game. Yes, I am always that far behind everyone else. Squid Game was good. I'm not going to get into whether or not it lives up to the hype and people's different opinions on it. I liked it a lot. I thought there were certainly a couple of great episodes. I didn't expect to be so moved by it a couple of times. And really, I just wanted to do a quick little recommendation of some movies that you may want to check out if you liked Squid Game, including the obvious ones. So, first off, obviously, is Battle Royale. If you haven't seen Battle Royale for any reason, you should. It is superb. It is iconic. It is a classic updating of Lord of the Flies, with the added commentary about the the ways of dealing with teenagers nowadays, and the bigger problems that can come along compared to the relative restraint of Lord of the Flies. Although don't say that to Piggy. And then obviously is the Hunger Games, and although I agree to an extent with some of the fun that was poked at the Hunger Games, I think the first film was okay. The second one was one of the dullest things I watched in the cinema. It just didn't engage me at all, and I was worried about being dragged along to the others. The others really pick up. The others start to explore the sort of psychology, the psychological warfare between the government and its subjects, and how they can continue to shape and twist the narrative, and how they can also mold a soldier almost Manchurian Candidate style. So it is very good for that as the series goes on. I think it is worthwhile. Whether or not you can get over your own prejudice of it is another thing, but if you like Battle Royale, you should like elements of the Hunger Games. If you like Squid Game, you should like elements of the Hunger Games. They go on. The next one, a bit lesser known, is a little film called Series 7 The Contenders. I mention it whenever I can, when people ask for found footage movie recommendations or things, within this vein, competitions that are deadly, even anything along the lines of The Running Man with Arnold. But Series 7 The Contenders really beautifully emulates that format of the TV shows where, again, they will craft a narrative and make a hero and villain throughout, but also the stakes are higher than they are in most kind of quiz shows. So definitely check that out if you can. I don't know if it's ever had a decent release on anything other than VHS. It's one that I will keep championing until it does get a better release. That would be a pleasant surprise from any company that might want to do that. I just mentioned The Running Man. The Running Man's there, obviously. There are a couple of different, I think, Japanese movies called Red Room. There's Red Room and Red Room 2. They're very basic, and the emphasis is on cruelty. So think of Saw, but with less gadgets and just having 1 or 2 people stuck in a room competing. I can't remember if they're solo or against one another. That's Red Room, and then Red Room 2 is more of the same. So I know that horror fans used to certainly seek them out, and they are an interesting viewing choice. There are also a couple of movies called Death Tube. I've only seen the first one, and it certainly is in line with the idea of picking random people to compete for prizes or their lives and having that be popular online. There are so many others. Last but not least, I'm going to mention Cheap Thrills, which is a very fun film that a lot of people raved about at the time and seems to have been a bit forgotten about since then. It's just people being drawn into this world of betting that gets more and more ridiculous and potentially dangerous as someone with money is just offering them money to do very random pranks that build and build. I cannot remember the full cast, but I know Pat Healy is good now, and David Kishner. I'm sorry, I can't remember the female lead. That's the downside of doing this on the hop without any prep, with even less prep than usual. And I think that's it for now. There are many others. You know, it's quite a popular subgenre. There's even before The Running Man, there was a film that felt a bit more in line with the Stephen King story of The Running Man. And the name has escaped me, so if someone knows that, it's not Night of the Running Man. For some reason I'm thinking it's kind of Night of the Taxi Driver or something. If anyone does know that and wants to drop it in the comments, that would be welcome. I'm going to keep this short and sweet because there have been some longer ones before. I didn't do a deep delve into Chucky this week as promised. I'm going to be working on a lot of noir films for Noirvember for my blog. So again, the next few videos may be very noir centric, but I don't know. It depends on what we cover on the podcast as well. It's all random. Anyway, take care. Bye.